Hi folks, right, I've just added some burnt sienna to my palette. It looks a little bit lighter than, but mainly because when it dries it will be darker. But anyway, I'm using up colours that I've been given. I've got some artist quality ultramarine there, but we'll see how we get on. If you want to know what the palette is, it's cadmium yellow, pale, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey and burnt sienna. I don't use all of them at any one time, but that palette is more than adequate for anything in the UK, like in the landscape, should I say. I remember having one of these several times I've been to America, going around the odd gallery. And in Florida, the light is much brighter. Everything's much more arid than it is here, so it's reflected in the palette of some lovely artists there. Sarasota, there's a gallery at Sarasota I used to visit. I didn't say that I made stuff for YouTube. They might have been interested. But I have got quite a few paintings in Florida, St. Petersburg, and the odd one around New York State. My sister and brother-in-law used to own a house where they did up to last year, and they sold it. It was obviously a relative's house or bungalow in Florida, because going up 2 stories is quite expensive with the reinforcement for these hurricanes that they occasionally get. So that's why we went all around that bit of Florida. Absolutely paradise in autumn and spring. Beautiful place. Loved it. But I don't suppose we'd ever go there again. We went there 3 times. And one night, my cousin Fred and his wife took us out to a fish and chips. So in St. Petersburg, and that's in my head. And we thought that was unusual. My brother and sister made an excuse to why they couldn't join us. When we got back, we went to bed, and as we went to bed, there was this voice. It was my daughter. She turned up. She was having. She was in the police then, and she wanted to go to St. Petersburg. That's in Florida, Tampa, and exchange a Bobby's helmet, a UK helmet, for an American one, which she did. So it was lovely. Right, I'll give this paper a bit of a wet. It's just the Winsor & Newton, cold pressed, £140 Cotsman paper. I've just done one. Well, it's uploading at the moment. I think it's not a artist quality, but it's an intermediate, because it's got quite a bit of sizing on the paper. You can see it's not soaking in as it would if it was on a piece of the £90 Saunders Waterford artist quality paper. But a friend gave me a load of stuff, including this block of 50 sheets. So the least I can do is to use it. Right, so we'll get in some raw sienna. I love raw sienna, and a bit of alizarin. The alizarin's very old on here. I haven't changed it or added to it in several years really. I don't use a lot of it. It's a very weak colour, but it's good for backgrounds. I guess it's so nice. There we are, just a nice little blow, but a bit more, but otherwise it'll just sort of go to nothing. This watercolour paint dries about 50% lighter. Right, now we put some blue, nice blue. Now this is artist quality blue, so I don't have to work at it. Let's have a bit of cloud shadow in there, bit of a light red mixed with a blue. That blue in there. Okay, I'm going to dry that now, so take your headphones off, fast forward, ready, go. Right, that hasn't dried very good, it's left a bit of a cauliflower, so I'll go over that with a bit of dry, just to put a cloud in, just to disguise it. Plenty of water, we only want a lightish shade, so right, okay, that'll do. Now we'll put in a bit of a hill. Oh, I can't see now. The sun's coming through. Oh. I've lost my picture. I'm working from an old painting that I did a year or so ago. Right, okay, I can see it now. I'm not copying, I'm just basing a painting on it. And I mentioned the bit of ultramarine and some of this alizarin. Which I've got some alizarin that I could drag out. A bit of sienna in there, touch of blue. Right, now we can a bit thicker there. Losing a bit there. Alright, let's get some nice sienna. Bit of blue in it. I wonder what this will, if this will scrape out. Let's just move that. I won't go too far with this on one side before I use the hairdryer. Let's just work that again. A bit of blue, a bit of Payne's, a bit of sienna. Put some trees on there. Right, give me a card. This look, it does scrape very well. Got to do it at the right time. If you do it too soon, it will bleed back. But if you do it too late, you won't scrape at all. So it's a bit of practice. There we are. Okay, I'll do some on the other side, then I'll go back over that and I'll put in some trees on the top of it, some there. Right, okay. Used too much of that. Hairs. I love doing these extras. Some, not blue rocks, oh blue, Payne's Way. Nice and thick. Just do these again. Right, while that's just sort of drying off a little bit, I'll go into that background, put some trees in. I use the small brush by Frank Clark. Right, let's scrape a bit of that out. Just right, and then look, it does rocks very well on this paper. Put too much blue in there. Oh, you can easily overdo this. Okay, let's go back in there with a little brush, which I've lost. Oh no, there it is. Want some sort of bluey green. So let's Put some pines in there. Touch, just a very light touch to do these. Look, very easy pines. Make sure the paper's flat though. Right, let's just stretch the paper. Good tug. Paper's tough. Okay, that's well. We could put put some pines up there really. It's almost dry. So let's just get that nice colour. Let's have one sticking up here, well, two. Okay, anything else I can do there? Creek, call it a creek. More or less dried. I wouldn't have normally have done that, but it just left the cauliflower in the middle of the sky, so I was happy about that. Put signature on it. Can hardly see that. Might put a mount on it. Keep my bits of plastic together. I lost my main bit of plastic in the melee in my studio. I call it a studio, it's a loft room converted. And it's a lovely room with lovely roof lights. It's quite large, it's about 16 foot square, but odd shaped because of a shower room comes into it as well. Right, I don't want to, if I muck that nice bit up there, if I put a bit of dry brush across, but so I'll leave it at that. Let's just, I don't think, I'll lift you up a bit so you can see it. It's quite tricky, isn't it? Alright, there we go. That's pretty much an accurate representation of it. The colours are pretty accurate on this lovely Canon camcorder, leg rear. My daughter gave me it about 8 years ago, and I've been using it ever. Well, on and off. I've had another one that I bought online on eBay for £80, and it recorded in MP4. But this MOV format, you can put it on now on OneDrive, and it's there. I've just got to find it to upload it to YouTube. Anyway, I hope you like that one, folks. Have a nice day. We've got a nice day here, but a lousy day yesterday. Went out on the bike to do your wonderful bike ride. Got soaking wet coming back, and then last night, 9 o'clock, it belted down. So, but it's a real nice quiet day today. Anyway, see you soon. Bye bye.